Welcome again, this is the Military Guna TV. I want to say thank you very much for joining me, and I really appreciate the fact that you're here with me. It really definitely means something to me that you guys actually enjoy the content. Now, this is player ratings, also a bit of talking about the game that we saw last night. We have to factor in many factors in this game, and I definitely want to bring across you guys good content, and as always, better content. So I'm here for upliftment. I'm also here for improvement, just to say. So I don't know it all. No one knows it all, but we all are trying. And as my quote is, you don't have to be great to start, but to start is the only way you can be great. Good. So Arsenal 0. Tottenham Hotspurs 2, and it's a sad day for Arsenal fans, and we all are upset. Definitely, we all are upset, and I think that this is something that we Arsenal fans never wanted to happen. We saw it coming, but we never wanted it to happen. There are some factors in this game that are pretty much damning and embarrassing as well, but I think I would want to go into the bit of details. Like, for example, let's start with the starting lineup that we saw yesterday. Now, we know for a fact that Tottenham Hotspurs, their preferred formation is a 4-2-3-1, and that's actually what they started with. Arsenal did start the same formation, 4-2-3-1 as well, and as most Arsenal fans are crying out for 4 at the back, and we got the 4 at the back, so we cannot be embarrassed about that. So my predicted lineup pretty much the same. The only difference is 2 persons which I highlighted, which is Lo Celso for Ndombele and also Alderweireld for Rodon. So it was pretty much the same basically starting lineup that I predicted. Now, this is the same lineup also that I predicted that Arsenal would start it, but it differs from my lineup that I wanted them to start it, in which I wanted Eze Maitland-Niles at right back, and also Joe Willock in the central attacking midfield area. But everything else is pretty much the same. I didn't even sure Granit Xhaka was going to play, but anyways, let me move past that. So the game went pretty much as how everyone would expect it to be. No, one of the things that I realized, I wanted us to dominate possession. We did dominate possession, but there's something that was highlighted to me is that Tottenham did not want the ball. They did not want to play on the ball. They just wanted to catch us on the counter because they saw that we were subjected to counter-attacking football. So they definitely played that game extremely well. Now, Arsenal fans are arguing that in the initial part of the season, we were so upset and arguing about the fact that we are playing negative football. Reason being, we were using back 3, back 5, and the system alternate between back 3, back 5. So it'd be 3-5-2, 3-4-3, 3-4-1-2. So that was Arteta's formation that he was using to get the better out of the sets of players that he has. Now that he has changed formation, what Arsenal fans are crying out for, push Aubameyang down the center, which Arsenal fans are also crying out for, and these are the results that we're now reaping from the change of system that we as fans wanted, and now the manager has been whipped basically for that. Now he has to be held accountable for many factors, because they say that as the manager you should definitely get the best out of your team and out of your players, but I do believe that some of these players are dead, totally dead. They're not good enough. They're just totally brain dead. So first off, 2-0, and from then I realized that this game would actually end at that. For the entire second half, Tottenham had only 1 shot for the entire second half, because they knew that they should just close out. They knew for a fact that closing off this game would have pretty much see them through with the victory, and that is exactly what they did. And we as fans complain as much as possible about parking bus, and it is reaping result. And I can tell you, Mourinho is seeing what he can see from this. Now, I saw a statistics or a stat last night, and it is pretty much embarrassing for Arsenal Football Club. Listen to this. This stat was written by Duncan Alexander. I think he's a in partner with the, is it the Opta Joe? One of those statistical analyzing department where they analyze the game based off statistics right across the English media board or the English footballing category. Now, his stats, his quote, is football is a game of two halves, but Arsenal have had the fewest second half shots of any of the 92 teams in the Premier League or English Football League this season. So yes, maybe not. What is that saying basically? This is saying that Arsenal Football Club has had less shots on average than any football club in the entire 4th division of English League football. So bear in mind now we have teams such as Millwall, those teams in the 2nd tier division. That is extremely embarrassing. You have Millwall, you have I don't want to go too far down, but just think about it. From League 2, League 1, possible even teams that are not even on the top tier of English football. And at this point in time, Arsenal Football Club, they are not performing as in relation to their name, to their status, to the quality player that they have. Now, Mikel Arteta, personally, you are to be blamed for this. I throw all of this on your shoulder. I never wanted to say it, but it has become extremely unbearable. Extremely, and I mean extremely unbearable. It cannot be holding anymore. Alright, so as a manager of a football club, you're supposed to get the best out of the players. You're supposed to be the one who's to motivate these players. And at this point in time, we have too many players at this club who are demotivated, who are unwilling to try and do things, who are unwilling to take responsibility on the pitch. They're always looking for someone else to put the responsibility on. And you see a young man like Bukayo Saka taking up responsibility, taking the corners, taking the free kicks, all dead ball situations. And I think that we are being held accountable for that as fans, but Mikel Arteta, I do believe that you are the one who should be slaughtered for that. And it is embarrassing. This is really, really embarrassing. At this point in time, we are now in a relegation battle. Our relegation fight definitely continues. And I can foresee Mikel Arteta out of his job before Christmas. That's 2 weeks from now. I can see Mikel Arteta out of his job before Christmas. And for a club of Arsenal Football Club's standard, it is not good. This is another statistics, it's from Opta Joe. Mikel Arteta is just the 2nd Arsenal manager to lose each of his first 2 North London derbies after Bertie Mee in 1966-1967 season, and that is extremely disappointing. Now, more stats. Arsenal attempted 44 crosses against Spurs, the most by any team in a single Premier League game so far this season. And another damning stats again. Jose Mourinho home record against Arsenal across all competition: 11 games, 7 wins, 4 draws, and 0 losses. He's been dominating Arsenal from ever since, and I knew that this will be happening. Now, this is our captain. I'm going to give him some statistics this is our captain. Listen to our captain's performance. I'm not going to go there. I won't even go there because at this point in time, I think he should be stripped of the captain. I do believe that he should be stripped of the captaincy. Now, reports came out this morning stating that senior players in the club are questioning themselves if this is what they signed up for. And that is something I definitely also would throw on Mikel Arteta. This is not going good so far for Arsenal Football Club, and I think that something has to be done. Second half stats: Arsenal 5 attempts, none on target. 72% possession for the second half and nothing to show for it. It is very much damning, I can tell you. You can imagine. We'll look at this as well. Statman Dave published this. Harry Kane completed 2 passes in the first half versus Arsenal, fewer than any other player on the pitch. And guess what? He registered 1 assist out of those 2 passes. So anyways, let me get into the player ratings to these shit players. Let's go. Let's start with the goalkeeper. Burnley, you should have definitely done a bit better with that goal. Even though I do believe that Hector Bellerin was one of the main cause for that goal. Hector Bellerin and Rob Holding was one of the main causes. There's no way you can see the player attacking, coming at your goal. Why can't you engage the player instead of backing off the player? Engage him. Let him make a quick decision. Let him make a quick decision. One of 2 things. Either he stops or he turns back. Engage him. Let his decision making become questionable. Give him the opportunity to do something quicker, faster. Engage him. Hope that one of their defenders will cover you. And at that point in time, there were defenders there to cover you. Engage him. Rob Holding, go and engage the attacker. Please go and engage the attacker. Do not back off the attacker. Go and engage him. This is something that we've seen. Mustafi have done it. Rob Holding has done it. Chambers has done it. David Luiz has done it. One of the 2 players that I've seen at this club that they're not those type of defenders are Pablo Mari and Gabriel. These are the type of defenders that they engage the attacker as fast as possible, then they pull off. Engage, put in a tackle, then pull off. If you should get past the defender, get past me, no problem. But at least I engage you. I stop you from doing what you were doing initially and give you the opportunity to do something else, but not what you had planned. If Rob Holding had engaged Human-Son, I'm quite sure one of 2 things. Either he would push it wide to run past him, or he would cut it back and wait for support. And that would have never led to that type of goal. Now, when you back up the attacker, giving the attacker all time space to make his mind up, he will do so, and with the quality that he has, that is exactly what happened. Ball is in the back of the net. So Burnley, I will not kill you for that, but I will give you a 6. Hector Bellerin, 4, extremely poor performance, poor crosses, poor attacking display, poor defensive display, and no one can tell me anything. I know for a fact that there are many YouTubers out there who defend, many YouTube platforms, big platforms who defend Hector Bellerin because he's one of their favorite players. None of that. Once you cannot defend 1v1 as a defender, you are not good enough. Hector Bellerin, 3. Rob Holding, 4. Gabriel, which was one of the persons who stand out most in the game, I give Gabriel 7 for me. Kieran Tierney 6, relatively quiet game. He tried. Granit Xhaka 3, Thomas Partey 5 because he came off at halftime, injured again, and now we have lost him for a longer time period. I know for a fact that if Thomas Partey was on the bench and he did not start, Arsenal fans will be arguing, why is it that Thomas Partey is on the bench and we didn't start him? Now that he started the game and is off injured, we're going to ask the manager, why is it that we start him when we know that he's not fit? Fans cannot be pleased. It is impossible to please the fan because there's always an issue. If you should gather 10 Arsenal fans in one particular area and ask each one of them their best starting lineup, and I can bet you any amount of money that each person starting lineup will vary. The reason why it will vary is because everyone has their own agenda. Also, everyone has their own mindset and what they think is the right thing. Everyone has their own perspective as to how football is played. So that is the reason why you find that everyone's starting lineup may strongly differ. So I do believe that starting him was not necessarily a bad idea, but starting him with which player? Granit Xhaka cannot cover the amount of ground that Thomas Partey will be covering. Now, that end up in a situation where Thomas Partey is a 1 man in an entire island. So he has to do all the work by himself. Now, if Thomas Partey was being paired with El Nini, someone who's agile, high mobility, can get around the pitch and do the same quality of work that Thomas Partey can do, might not be of the same or the highest quality of Thomas Partey, but the same quantity, I should say, would have been much help for him, and I don't think that he maybe go off injured again. So Thomas Partey 5, that he was actually the best player on the pitch whilst he was playing. Willian 3, piss poor performance yet again. Alexander Lacazette 6, second best performance on the pitch other than Gabriel. Saka 6, third best performance. And now the man up front, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang 2, extremely woeful performance yet again. Still not a shot on target. Poor performance, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. You got a 1-on-1 and your decision was to kick it on the defender. Poor, extremely poor. So let's go through again. Berlin 5, Bellerin 3, maybe this varies. Holding 3, Gabriel 7, Tierney 6, Thomas 5, Xhaka 3, Willian 3, Lacazette 6, Saka 6, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang 2. That is it for player ratings. That is definitely it for player ratings. Extremely damning. Extremely damning. I cannot believe. Let me get into some more stats before I go. So we're definitely on the end of the relegation fight now, or we're joining the relegation fight. And if Brighton should win today, definitely we're part of the relegation 3. It's embarrassing, definitely embarrassing, and I don't see what Mikel Arteta made up with this. As I said before, I think he will definitely lose his work and he will be sacked. Eventually he will be sacked. He has, I'm not even sure, but he will be sacked. If Arsenal linger any much in the bottom half by December, if we're in the bottom half by December, or by the 25th, 26th of December, I think that Arteta will be sacked. Going to the new year with a different manager. But if he's sacked, we don't want an inexperienced manager. We don't want any B-Tech manager. We have to go for the real deal. If you sack, we have to go for the real deal. It makes no sense that we sack a manager and we bring in a B-Tech manager. That makes no sense. So Allegri or even Poch. Allegri or Poch. Those are the only two persons I think I would definitely go with at this time. So Arsenal is actually joint fewest tackles in the final third and only 3 wins on XG so far. This is actually extremely embarrassing. And Tottenham Spurs, well done to you. It would be embarrassing if Tottenham Spurs should win the league, but as an Arsenal fan, we have to accept it. We're not good and we're not playing good, and the stats are there to show. Well, anyways, this is the Military Guna TV. Thank you for tuning in. Please, before I go, this has been a depressing review, because I am depressed, extremely depressed, and you have to have strong mental capacity to actually support Arsenal Football Club. But good thing about it, I've been supporting them for a longest while, so I built that block around my mind. So thank you again for tuning in. Please, before you go, like, share and subscribe. This is the Military Guna TV. I'm out.